Waiting on people to join. Hello. I probably need to unsubscribe for some of y'all because males is not my audience. Um, if you're watching live, comment live. If you're watching replay, comment replay. I'll put my notes back up. Any ladies in here? I don't think so. Lord, I need to unsubscribe from some of y'all. You're subbed. Okay. Okay, well, if you are a male, could you please unsubscribe from my channel, please? Thank you for your subscription, but you could unsubscribe. I only want males to unsubscribe, not women. You didn't do anything. That is what my audience is for. Um, yeah. Caroline. Well, Caroline, I'm a woman, so hey, hello, how are you? I sent my live out to some people, some of my ladies, so I'm just waiting for them to join. Um, this is my first time doing a YouTube live, so I am well. I am about to get into a teaching moment. Um, how did you find me, by the way? Did you find me just strictly from YouTube? Are you following on my socials? Are you familiar with me? Just trying to figure out where my audience come from, since it's my first time going live on YouTube. Before I get started, just from YouTube. Okay, no, that's totally fine because I want to know. I just want to know where my audience come from. Definitely because I am reaching out to women. That is who my audience is for. I am stepping out the box, trying to expand my name. So you are totally okay. I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. If my people come in and more people come in, just feel free to listen and take notes. But we are about to discuss how to operate as a fearless leader. Okay, so I am an owner of a brand design and leadership company, brand studio. If you just check out my bio, you will see everything that I do. So let's go ahead and get into the first topic. We are going to be actually talking about innovation, emotional intelligence, and adaptability. Okay, so if you are not familiar with any of those or you want to expand and improve yourself in any of those, I advise you to definitely listen and take some notes. Okay, so getting started with innovation. What is innovation? So we are going to definitely define what these words mean so you can have clarity in what the word means if you don't have no clue. So innovation is definitely creating new and fresh ideas. With that be products, services, just improving the way that you create things. That is innovation. Okay. So whether you have a business, whether you are doing things in your personal life, let creativity be able to flow so you are able to lead yourself into innovation. Okay. Now, one main quality or characteristics of innovation is definitely observing. Okay, so if you are not able to observe your area or being able to observe the things around you, you won't be able to sit there and define what you need to come in and fill in the gaps for. Okay, so being able to observe is very definitely important, definitely if you want to step into your innovation skills. All right. Now, how to be innovative. If I'm looking over here, I'm looking at my notes. But how to be innovative. So definitely by finding the problems that you need to come in and step into. So if you see a problem, so say if you run a business, I'm a service provider. My goal and my mission is to step in and help women develop their brand and strengthen their presence. So if I see their brand and if I see something, if I see a gap in their business, that is where I come in. That is where I step up as a leader, right? And be innovative as me and my partner put our minds together and be innovative for their brand. Okay. So whether you have a business or whether you do anything in your personal life, learn how to be innovative. Okay. And then allowing creativity to flow and definitely lead new solutions. Excuse me. So like how I was saying at the beginning, you definitely want to let innovation just flow. All right. That is how you're going to be able to master innovation. If you just allow yourself to hold on to that creative thinking, be able to sit back and observe and say, okay, let's do this, let's do that, let's do that. And then boom, you plan it out, you put things together, and now you created something. That is how you are able to be innovative, okay? Um Okay, emotional intelligence. So I'm not gonna hold y'all up for too long. So, emotional intelligence. What is emotional intelligence? So you probably hear it a lot. You probably don't even know you have it. But let's go ahead and define it. So that is definitely the ability to manage your emotions. So instead of you lashing out, you decide to calm yourself. You decide to think of new ways to express yourself instead of lashing out, instead of cussing someone out. You calmly express yourself and the problems that you are trying to get across to someone else. Okay? So let's go deeper into defining emotional intelligence. So please exit if you are not serious. Anyways, so let's deeply get into it. Self awareness, empathy, self regulation, social skills. Okay. So understanding that you need to have self awareness, being able to aware, allow yourself to focus on some situations where you need to like pay attention to. So sometimes what happens is humans don't like to focus on certain things. They get distracted very easily. And this is where you lack in self-awareness. You want to be able to have that awareness where you are able to click and pay attention and be prepared when certain things are going to happen. Okay? Empathy, showing kindness, not being the nice girl, the nice woman, whatever, but having empathy, showing people that you understand them, showing people that you can get what their perspective is, is that what they're showing, right? Self-regulation. So self-regulation is understanding that you need to regulate your emotions, not lashing out in public or lashing out on a situation that could evolve in a more calmer situation, right? And then social skills. If you're in business, that's what I'm mostly talking to. So if you're a business, definitely a service provider, you should definitely understand social skills. So definitely knowing when to be nonverbal. I lost myself. Hold on. Yeah, definitely knowing when to be nonverbal, right? So just like the girl that just dragged that viral that viral TikTok video we saw, emotional intelligence, stuff like that, and emotions like that, you're lacking in emotional intelligence. There's no way in hell when you are running business that you should be responding to people like that. That is why you have policies and court issues that you can issue out to when a client tries to come into your business and not give you their money for a service that you provided for them. So, understanding emotional intelligence definitely as a service provider, definitely as a business owner, you definitely need to understand how to master emotional intelligence. Okay. So let's get into how to master it. So how to master it is you definitely learn how to take criticism well. So if you're not going to always ask for other people's opinions, but other people always have their way in trying to get into, you know, trying to share their 2 cents, right? So even if you don't ask for their opinions, some people might step up and lead themselves into trying to help you and guide you. Be selective on that type of information, okay, and on that type of, you know, like guidance, right? So, I lost myself. Hold on. Yeah, taking criticism well. Controlling your emotions. So you saw how I was saying basically like don't sit there and lash out when it could be a situation where you could calmly express yourself and where you could calmly tell the person what you are trying to get across when you are trying to express yourself. So if someone, even if someone's trying to come at you, you know, like hostile, anything like that, you being able to be that fearless leader, you are able to step up and you know, guide that situation a whole different way, right? So that is how you are able to be a fearless leader using these type of skills and being able to master your emotional intelligence. Because even though you are stepping up and even though you are being that leader to guide other people, everybody is not going to be on the same page as you. So how are you going to react to that situation? You are going to be able to hold yourself with empathy, hold yourself with emotional intelligence, and regulate your emotions so you are able to direct new, you know, challenges and responsibilities in different ways, right? And then better your communication. So that's what I'm saying. Better your communication is definitely understanding how to control your emotions. So when you better your communication, you are able to hold your emotions and look at other people's perspectives. And even though you might not agree with their perspective, you are still allowing them to express themselves. And then you will be able to express yourself as well. But you won't sit there and, you know, lash out. You won't just bluntly just cut them out. Like, no, that's not what you do to other people. You allow them to express themselves and then you know, step up and express your opinions, even if you don't agree with them. But every conversation, every challenge, every responsibility And every situation is not going to need you to sit there and allow you to lash out. Okay. And then getting into adaptability. So, adaptability is definitely being able to adjust to new situations, new surroundings, your environment. And then, so adaptability. So, I had to get comfortable in adapting to going live, right? This is something that I'm not used to doing, but because I love connecting with others and I want to expand my brand and connect with other women, I am stepping out of my zone and taking more on going live. Even though I am an introvert, even though sometimes, even though I click the live anyways, the live button, I still get nervous sometimes, but once I get through it, I get through it. It's done, it's done, right? So you just have to be able to adapt to new things, being able to express yourself, innovation, with being able to adapt to new creative ways, finding out new ways that you can expand yourself and your creativity. But getting back to adaptability, the qualities. So adaptability itself is a quality, is a skill itself. But using it will be able to allow you to adjust. So using it properly, instead of you, like I said, going back up to emotional intelligence, you will control your emotions so you are able to adapt to new ideas, new challenges, new solutions, new environments, right? Being able to just adapt and having your emotional intelligence lined up together will allow you to move through different situations with ease, right? So, how to master adaptability. Ooh. So how to master adaptability, right? So definitely be open-minded. I love being open-minded. Like I was saying, when you want to be open-minded and when you want to allow people to express themselves to you, you're going to have to be able to be open-minded because people are going to have their opinions. People are going to say things that you don't agree with. People are going to say things that you looking like what the heck you just say. So you like being open-minded, you're going to have to hear and take on different opinions even when you don't want to hear it. And this is why you allow your emotional intelligence to be mastered and overcome your outbursts because you will allow people to say what they want to say. And by you mastering your emotional intelligence, you will allow yourself to walk away from the situation or say something about the situation. Like your decision making will be so much easier, so much, condensed because you've mastered your emotional intelligence, right? So moving back to adaptability, though, because like I said, using innovation. If y'all hear them toys, they're my children. Sorry, but using innovation, using emotional intelligence, and then following up with adaptability. When you have all three of those lined up, and being able to definitely align with those and keep those on track with your skills and with the way you grow as a leader, you are able to consistently grow and understand the way you were 5 years ago to how you are now. So just seeing that growth is just so much better than not seeing that growth and not knowing and understanding where you are. But okay, so being open minded, right? So adaptability, how to master. So be open minded, have flexibility. Like I said, be flexible. Understand that even though you might end up in an environment or end up in a responsibility or something where you're like, dang, what? How do I end up here? But you're gonna have to be what I say, you're gonna have to be able to be flexible and going through situations with the open mind and having curiosity, but also being prepared and self-aware on what's going on and what's happening around in your environment, right? So that is why it is also good to be self-aware and compare that with adaptability, right? Because as you are being flexible, as you are being curious, you still want to make sure that you are being self aware around your environments and being self aware of your decisions. Okay. And then be a problem solver. So don't add to the problem, solve the problem, right? Don't be a person who adds to the problem, okay? Don't be that person. Make sure you are someone who definitely knows how to solve the problem, okay? So, if you are a service provider, you are a hairstylist, nail tech, whatever, graphic designer, I'm a brand designer. So, when we step into our roles, what are we doing? We are transforming lives, we are transforming women, we are giving them results of them feeling beautiful, confident. That is the results, that is the transformation that you want to give to people, right? That is the problem that you are solving. So the problem that you're solving is they don't feel comfortable, they don't feel beautiful in their skin. Or, like I said, when I said brand designer, their brand is outdated. They're not getting no sales. Okay, you're coming in and transforming their brands, giving them a result driven, strategic type of brand and visuals, right? So understand, what you are coming in to solve. Understand the problem that is happening so you are able to fill in the gaps, right? And then how to use adaptability, right? So you want to definitely take on new challenges, right? Take on new challenges and responsibilities, but with ease. And this is why I talked about emotional intelligence first, because you want to be able to regulate your emotions before you even try to adapt to other things, before you even try to step out and be innovative, right? You want to be able to adapt your emotions, because if you try to go out and be innovative and something doesn't work out right, what you going to do? Lash out, or you're going to keep going? So, if your emotional intelligence is regulated in understanding and accepting failure, but you also keep going, you're not accepting failure as saying this define me and I'm going to keep being a failure. No, you are adapting to the flexibility of understanding and accepting change, because sometimes you're going to win, sometimes you're going to lose. Sometimes you're going to feel woozy and weird when you have to step up and be in different situations. Your emotions is going to be everywhere, right? So understanding how to really regulate your emotions and really understanding how to, you know, be creative, understand how to think for yourself so you are able to grow, right? And let me get back to what I was going to say, because I'm about to get off track. So being flexible, be a problem solver, don't add to the problem, right? And then where was I? Oh, taking on the challenges and responsibilities. And then being curious, right? So be curious. Going back up to innovation. You want to be able to be curious because you don't want to limit yourself. So when you limit yourself, it's like you don't even know what you can really step out and do because you are limiting yourself. Like, don't limit yourself to anything, right? You want to be able to always be able to think for yourself and step up and do new things, okay? Even if you feel like you can't do it, some stuff you're just gonna have to do, right? Like for me, it's a lot of things that I felt like I probably couldn't do, but I did anyway. So like, okay, when I had ran track, I'm gonna do a little story time. My doctor told me that I couldn't run track because I had asthma, but that didn't stop me. I ran track anyways. But what I did was I made sure I had my inhaler with me. I made sure I had whatever I need to have on me so I can do what I wanted to do. That is stepping out of my comfort zone and just being able to think for myself and just regulating my emotions and not lashing out and like, no, I can't do this. No, I can't. No, I'm going to regulate my emotions. I'm going to hear what you say to me, but I am going to also think for myself and do what I want to do. Right. So this is why I said earlier, you definitely want to have selective, not selective hearing, but you definitely want to take on selective advice. Okay. So curiosity, and then being a quick learner. So definitely if you're like a visual learner, I'm a visual learner. I love to see things because if I see it, I'm better to catch on to it. But if I hear you, sometimes I gotta listen to you over and over and I'm like, wait, what happened? But you just have to know your style of learning, right? Mine is visual learning. I can do some reading or listening, but not too much. So just understand where you are, right? To allow you to be a quick learner. So for me to be a quick learner, I have to know my learning style. My learning style is being able to look at things and see it visually. And don't be afraid to have a different learning style than someone else. Okay? And then definitely just be prepared to like go through things that you have no intentions of doing or having no intentions of knowing. Okay, so like what I mean by that is like, so I can give you another story time. There was one time where I was originally, my intentions was to go to a pop up shop to sell my offers, my products, and stuff like that. But what happened was the host needed to step out and she had needed to go do some other things for about a whole hour or so. Me being a leader and just being prepared for anything, she came and asked me, and she was like, "Can you take over? Can you step in? And can you just direct people to what they need to do, where they need to go? If they have any questions, tell them to come ask you." And I said, "Cool, I can do that. That's easy." And that's what I mean by literally just being prepared for the impossible, being prepared for the uncertainty and everything, because you just never know when you have to step up and be that leader. Okay. And this is who I'm talking to. So I hope you're listening. Understanding to accept adaptability and always be prepared for it no matter what. Because I was not prepared for that. She just came and asked me. We never talked about it, nothing. Was my very first time doing anything like that. And she decided to ask me. So like you honestly just have to be prepared. And me, I'm just like, okay, even though I was shy, I still was telling people like, what to do. Like, okay, she's coming, she's just blah 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 blah, but you can go there, da, 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 da. And ain't nobody have a problem. We didn't have a problem. The event was still perfect, everything was still good, right? Being able to step in a leadership role and being able to step up as a leader, even when you are not prepared, is definitely something that you should be able to do for yourself if you master all of these. Okay. Don't be afraid to step up. Don't be afraid to step into your innovation. Don't be afraid to adapt to new things. I love challenges. I love new opportunities, and I love being able to expand my knowledge and things like that. If you are a visionary, you definitely could get where I'm coming from. So definitely don't be afraid. And then what else I wanted to say? I had wrote something else in my notes. Oh, I wanted to speak on something about synchronicity, right? So when you synchronize and when you see things over and over, whether it's good or bad, that doesn't make you delusional. It makes you self aware. It makes you understand, like, I know I'm not tripping. Like, I see what's going on, right? So honestly, when you have that synchronicity ability to be able to catch things, for instance, okay, so say if you have a friend or something who constantly does the same pattern and they're not changing, or they're not leveling up, or a client, whatever you want to, put that person in the position. But say they are not doing what, they should be doing. They're constantly doing the same issue. They're constantly not leveling up or anything like that. You starting to realize that pattern. You're starting to believe that they believe what they're doing is enough for them, or what they're doing is right for them. I could put in another scenario where if you are a very spiritual person, where you constantly see 111 or 333 or 555, that is synchronicity. You are being self aware and you are believing what you see is something giving you that confirmation. So I can give you a whole bunch of different scenarios of allowing synchronicity to allow you to be creative and understanding that if you are realizing that you have that synchronicity ability, that you are not delusional. Okay? You are self-aware, right? So, if someone tries to tell you that you are pointing something out and they don't believe what you see is like right. No, you believe what you see, and that is okay, right? Because everybody's also not going to believe the visions that you see. Everybody's not going to also believe, things that you see just overall in the thoughts and everything, right? Because everything is not for the eye of everyone. Okay, some things are literally meant for you to see. Some things are literally meant for you to go through. So this is why we started off with talking about innovation, because some things that you are going to invent, some things that you are going to come up and create, no one else has created. So you need to be able to master your innovation and stop being so wrapped up in other people's innovation, because you have your own innovation. Okay? You have your own critical thinking, creative thinking that you have, that is a gift to you, that you are able to create what you know and the things that you can know. Okay? So don't limit yourself to your learning either, right? Um that is pretty much it though, but I do want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Um who in here? Leave in the comments how you feel about this live. Leave in the comments what you have to say. But honestly, that is what is going to wrap up this live 30 minutes mini class session. Honestly, also, I do have 3 spots open for the Leadership Mastery Collective 6-week 101 mentoring program. Okay. If you don't know what that is, you are just now finding me. You are just now seeing me for the first time. Definitely make sure you go ahead and look in my bio, click the link, search for look for the Leadership Mastery Collective 6-week 101 mentoring program. Okay, we will be diving deeper into these 3 topics, and we will also be making sure that you are executing these topics. Okay. Oh, phone was about to die. So, even though you understand the information on how to use them, we are going to make sure that you are executing them. Okay, it is time to execute, right? So, I hope you took your notes on this information, because we will be diving way, way, way deeper into these skills plus more inside the Leadership Mastery Collective 6-week 101 mentoring program. Okay. I live near a base, so it's constantly jets. Um, I lost my train of thought. Yes, make sure you check out my website. I hate that it makes me lose my train of thought. Make sure you check out my website. Look for that offer. I have 3 spots available only, so make sure you come on in if you are serious. I'm looking for the elite woman who is ready to honestly grow and execute. Okay. So, mastering your emotional intelligence, getting more innovative, and adapting to new challenges, new environments, being creative, being spontaneous, and being enthusiast as we go through this journey. Okay. We are done. Make sure you leave your comments. Make sure you visit my website. Do what you gotta do. Let me know how you feel about this live. This is my very first live over here. And it's gonna be pretty more. I'll be live actually tomorrow. So make sure you are subscribed if you are not. And see you later.